Just like that, Tyler jumps from the bottom to the top with a 38.2. A great lap there as he did begin to catch the back of the car ahead. There's a gap again now as he heads over the bridge. Just coming around the double left now. Let's see if he can improve on that fantastic time. He comes around the final hairpin towards the gantry. No improvement for now, but still a fantastic time. We've got new times across the board. We've got Hash with a 38.2. Luca now down to a 39.1. And Ryan down to 39.8. It's starting to heat up here as we head into our final 12 minutes. Still plenty of time for these drivers to lay down rubber.
First place breaking into the 37s for the first time tonight, and Tyler also breaking into the 37s with a 37.883 for Hash in first and a 37.991 for Tyler in second. This is going to be a very, very close qualifying coming up for you guys. This will decide your A final, and reminder there is no B final for the cadets due to driving numbers. In third place we do have Luca with a 38.531, and rounding up the rear we have got Ryan Wilson with a 39.087.
Just separating the two drivers in first and second place. So you've got Hash again as Cameron said with 37.8, just behind 37.9 for Tyler. It is absolutely heating up. We are in the final 10 minutes. Let's see what changes.
We're approaching some of the final laps now. We've got the car 23 of Ryan Wilson currently in fourth place with a 38.659. We'll see if he can improve in his laps as the car 25 of Tyler comes round to start his last flying lap as well. Ryan crosses the line, cannot go any quicker. Can Luca go any quicker as he crosses? He cannot either. He does improve on his lap time but cannot move himself up. Now this will be checkered. Oh, it's checkered already, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We do have Hashim as one awful time for the microphone tonight. The cadets have started on their way. We will have Ben joining us very soon in commentary as well. He's just taken a few photos of that race start for you guys to see. Remember, it has to be a nice slow walking pace, and it is the top 5 drivers go through. We do have Hashim in pole position, Tyler in second. We have got Jamie in P3, Rose in P4, Luca in P5, George in P6 and Ryan in P7. As they round the final hairpin, Tyler Shanks is going to be looking to get that early move, into that first hairpin, but nice and close. Creeder, we're racing at Trafford. Hashim has a good getaway. Jamie's on the tail of Tyler, and as they barrel under the bridge, we've got Tyler looking for the outside. There's a bit of contact, bit of bumping. They're going to be side by side going into teardrop. He's let Tyler back through. He understands it was a bit of contact though, and it carries on racing in the same position as they started off in, as they're going to come over the bridge and down the ramp. It will remain in the same positions, but it looks like the car 30 of Tyler's catching ever so slowly to the car 25. We'll see if he has a better run on him on this straight. The driver to look out for on this race is the car 27 of George Glossop. He finished P2 here last year. He currently finds himself down in P6, which is currently not a point-paying position. He will not go through to the next round. However, George is an incredibly quick kid. However, Luke is also extremely good at defending. So the battle between the car 23 of Luca and the car 27 of George will be something to keep an eye on, as all the drivers barrel themselves into that bottom left corner again, one of the tightest, most trickiest corners on the track. You can see the car 30 of Tyler slowly gaining on the car 25. He's going to look to the outside as car 25 of Hashim defends the inside very nicely. Could that have gave an opportunity for car 33 of Jamie to be able to get on the inside? Ben has rejoined me back in the commentary box. Ben, how did you find that? As we see George looking for a move into the tunnel, he just can't get it. Ben, how are you seeing this race play out so far?
Well, also great reactions from all drivers on the start. Almost too quick for me to take pictures of. So fantastic all drivers as we head down the back left. They're all settling in now for the long race ahead. It's only 15 minutes, but it does knacker you out today now.
It does indeed. As we rejoin the drive, there's a bit of a gap starting to form between the top two. As car 25, Hashem looks like he went a little bit wide. It might have invited Tyler into the fray, but again, the drivers to keep an eye. We had a bit of a coughing fit. We saw it in the last race, and they're still going side by side. Car 33 looking down the inside, he gets that move. Car 30 battling into it. It is Tyler Shanks. He can't manage to get that corner. It was a very nice move by Jamie down that hill. As you see, George still up the rear end of Luca, trying to fashion an opportunity for an overtake. He just can't seem to fathom it. But the top three looks like it might be the threat, and you can't count Rose out of the point play position. There's a bit of contact by Jamie on Tyler there. Tyler's had to drop back a position. It's getting a little bit leery, isn't it, Ben, in the top three battle?
Yeah, indeed, it's a really tricky place in the circuit that you really have to be aware of who's around you. It can go wrong so quickly on that tiny little apex before the teardrop. You just have to make sure you leave that through, because if you get it wrong, it can cost you a few positions, not just one or two.
Never mind costing a position, look at the lead it's managed to give Hash in front. He's absolutely miles ahead of Tyler now. And this could pay absolute dividends, as basically second to seventh are in a bit of a... George back to side by side with Ryan. He's not managed to get the move into the corner, but George needs to get his head down. He's throwing his hands up, but he can't be complaining right now. He needs to get his head down. He needs the overtake on Luca in order to get into a position to move forward into position. He's calling for contact. I'm sure it will be looked at. However, looking up to the first place, Hash has a quite commanding lead now. In second place, we have Tyler. In third place, we have the car 3 of Jamie. Also, ladies and gentlemen, can I have the A finalists downstairs into the pit lane for your race? That is the Junior A finalists downstairs into the pit lane for your race. As we join back to this one, bit of a gap form now between the second, third and the rest of the pack. It is the car 31 of Rose who's looking, she's coming a bit under pressure by Luca. Ben, if you were in Luca's position right now, you have a car in front of you, but you're defending for your life with the car behind, what are you doing? Are you looking for the overtake, or are you happy to stay there and just keep that car behind?
In a situation like this, you need to focus yourself protected from that car behind. Try not to make those mistakes. It's a very tight pack. If you make that one mistake, you're not just losing one place, and the whole round could be over for you. So you just need to check your shoulders, put that car in the most awkward position possible, make it as wide as a double-decker bus on this circuit today.
I'll say Luca is doing a very good job to keep George behind him. However, anything could happen. We still have 7 minutes left, and it's a bit of contact by car 26 going into, I think it was just a bit of side-by-side racing nonsense going on there. No one has lost the position. It looks like he's not dropped any further back from Luca as well, so he is still in a very nice position. Looking back at the top, we still have Hashim in first place with a gap of 1.7 on the previous lap. We'll see if that gap's gone down a little bit. It does seem like it has. It's been cut down by 0.3 in a lap. Is Hashim currently struggling under pressure, Ben? What would you think?
It's that thing that you can't afford to relax. Yes, you have a gap. Yes, you're leading the race. You are driving tremendously. But the moment you relax, the moment you let your guard down, that's when the little mistakes, missing an apex here and there, that's when that creeps in.
As we come down to the second and third place here, it looks like they had a bit of a squabble over the bridge. It was side by side coming over. They need to work together. They need to build that gap from the rest. Currently, it's car 23 of Luca is in the final position to go through and qualify for regionals at Nottingham. I said that tonight, and there was a space because I didn't know either. I had to ask Kieran, but we didn't know that because I'm a professional. Don't you worry about it. Back to the race. It looks like Hash is dropping time. What might happen if Hash, he needs to get his head down, he needs to keep his lap times up because he's got Jamie in 33 and the 30 of Tyler catching up as there's a bit of contact again by 26 on John. Coming into the final corner, George, he needs to try to keep him down. I know it's a difficult race for him, but he needs to try and get overtaken. There's contact again by 26 into the subtle hairpin. And there is way too much contact going on from 26 there right now. Ben, what's your opinion on the state's racing on? You say he's kind of looking for it right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the dynamics of this race, and that back four, that back pack is bumper to bumper. And, you know, remember, the top five go through, right? So there's 2 places there for the taking at regionals. They're going to get a bit scrappy, and they need to make sure they compose themselves. They're all fantastic drivers, and these places are crucial for them.
Well, we have a look at the lap board there. Car 26 has been given a 1 second penalty for contact. I did think he had it coming, but look at the top 3. Hashim has dropped loads of time, and he's allowed 33 of Jamie straight back into the race. I don't know what happened. He had such a commanding lead. We've got 2 races to keep an eye on here. We've got the battle for the last pole positions. There's contact, big contact by the 27 and 26 of George and Ryan. I'm not too sure what's going on there. I think Ryan, he's lost his head a little bit. There's way too much contact going on between Ryan and George. It will be looked at, but I wouldn't say it's too fair on George on this point here, but we will have a look. I think it will be a penalty on 26. I'm not too sure about the other drivers. However, there's still points to be grabbed. It's a penalty for car 27 of George for crowding. It is going to be +1, and 26 is under review as well for a penalty, but that has allowed Luca a nice gap. George will need to overtake Luca and gap it by a second now in order to go through. And I'm pretty sure car 27 would also have to do the same, having a time penalty against his name as well. To be honest, it's a bit of a disappointment. Final point pay position was a good fight, Ben.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, and it's a bit of a shame to see, you know, the contact here and there for it, because you know, it was really heating up, and those 4 drivers, they've lost the front 3, but they were having a right good scrap, and it was very entertaining. Just a little bit of a shame. There's a bit more contact there between 26 and 23, unfortunately. It's getting a bit scrappy at the back. As we look, Hashim having to defend on that first hairpin. They are now bumper to bumper, gearbox to gearbox, the front 3 as they come around the back hairpin. Watch them closely, because it's not over yet.
I'll say the back 4 drivers need to keep that contact together. They can't be contacting too much. It's another penalty for car 26. He's now to 3 seconds for contact, so that is Ryan Wilson, 4 seconds total. It's just way too much contact for him. However, that's the back 3. Bit too much contact. We still have the right race in our hand. We've got 2 minutes left, and we still have the front 3 scrapping away as we look round side by side. Can he get a switchback? No, he can't, but that might invite the 13, and then big contact! No! Big contact into teardrop. The driver was on the left-hand side, just picked his back end, and it spent him spinning into the left-hand side of the barrier. It will be reviewed, but that is big contacts for the cadet race here, and I'm afraid to say there might be a review process at the end of this one as well, because there's been a lot of contact from all drivers this race. We're going to remain on yellows. We've got a minute 20 left over. I'm not too sure what's going on trackside now. We still have Hash, Tyler leading, followed by Rose, followed by Luca, followed by George, and Ryan sees himself at the bottom. Yellows are off, and we have, I think, maybe a lap and a half to decide this order. This is what's going to happen here. Hashim is in first, he has a nice lead. Tyler Shanks finds himself in second, and Rose finds herself up in P3 as well. Rose has had a very nice race. She's just kind of been in the middle. No one's on the whole thing. She's found an opportunity, she's took it, and still getting contacted by the 26 of Ryan. He's had way too much contact throughout this race for my liking, at least. And the penalties reflect it as well. He's currently in last place with the penalties added. As we look to the front 2, the Hash and Tyler seem to have absolutely left the rest of the field in front of them. Can they work together? They both go through at this point. They don't need an opportunity. Checkered is out on the gantry, so this will be your top two finishing order, ladies and gentlemen. As the drivers come round the final hairpin, can I please have a massive round of applause for all your cadet finalists. 25 Hashim, he puts his fist up, he's celebrating. Oh, here we go, get a victory lap as well for Hashim on the back now. And a big round of applause for Hashim, who also gets his victory lap today, winner of your cadet BIKC here at Trafford Park. As he comes over the bridge, please, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this evening, massive round of applause, a massive cheer for your winner, Hashim. Continue. All staff. All track staff. Yeah, Ben, you stay there as well. I'll come down. Yeah. We had Rose. And in first place, winning by a margin, the whole without a penalty as well. Can I please have a massive round of applause for your winner, Hashim? Everyone smile for Ben. He's the guy with the camera.